two identical thin rings, each of radius r meter, are coaxially placed at a distance r from each other. If q1 and q2 coulomb are respectively the charges uniformly spread on the two rings, the work done in moving a charge q from the center of the one ring to that of the other will be equal to. Now if I consider this as the first ring, okay, now both the rings have same radius. This is the first ring of charge q1 and there is another ring of charge q2, and over here both of them are coaxial. Okay, this is the charge q2, both of them are coaxial over here, and the distance between them is equal to r. Okay, the radius of any one of the ring over here is equal to r, and of the other is also equal to r. So let us say that a charge q is placed at the center of the first ring. Let me say that this point is equal to a. It is moved from a to b, where the charge where the center of the ring of the other charge is equal to q. Okay, we have to find out the work done. The work done will be equal to the negative of the change in potential energy, that is over here it will be equal to PE1 minus PE2. Okay, it will be equal to PE1 minus PE2, that is the change in the potential energy in configuration 1 and the change in the potential energy of the configuration 2. Before we proceed with anything, understand that the potential energy of a ring due to a charge okay, due to the charge on the ring at any point on the axis will be equal to q divided by x square plus r square raised to half. Okay, this is the potential energy at the on the axis of the ring, okay, where x is the distance on the axis and r is the radius of the ring. So in the first case, potential energy 1 will be equal to, in the first case it will be equal to potential energy due to the charge q1 plus potential energy due to the charge q2. Okay, in the first case x over here, okay, for the q1 x will be equal to 0, because on the axis the distance of the charge q will be equal to 0. So in the first case the potential energy is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q divided by r raised to r square, x is equal to 0, so it will be equal to r raised to r square raised to half, which is equal to r. Okay, plus the potential energy or due to the second, the potential energy due to the second will have the same formula, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q divided by, now the value of x, the distance on the axis, is equal to r. So value of x is equal to r, so r square plus r square raised to half, which will be equal to root 2r. Okay, which over here will be equal to root 2r. So the potential energy in the first configuration is equal to, this is q1 and this is due to q2. It will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by r divided by into q1 plus q2 divided by root 2. Okay, this is the potential energy in the first case. Okay, similarly the potential energy in the second case can also be found out using the same method. That is, in the second case potential energy will be equal to potential energy due to the charge q2 plus potential energy due to the charge q1. Okay, only the values will be exchanged. So if I calculate the potential energy in the second case, it will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by r. Okay, everything will remain same, q1 and q2 will be exchanged, so it will be equal to q2 plus q1 divided by root 2. Okay, so the difference of the potential energy over here will be equal to PE1 minus PE2. So the work done over here will be equal to PE1 minus PE2. Okay, which is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, and there is also q over here. Okay, there is also q over here, so q can be taken as common. Okay, so q can be taken as common into q divided by r. Okay, q1 minus q1 by root 2. Okay, plus q2 minus over here q2 by root 2. Okay, this will be the difference of the energies over here. Okay, now I can take now over here I can write this part as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q divided by r. Okay, it will be equal to q1 1 minus root 2 minus 1, it will be equal to root 2 minus 1 divided by root 2. Okay, plus q2 over here, it will be equal to plus q2 over here. Now this will be subtracted, so this will be equal to minus q2, the signs will be exchanged. Okay, it will be equal to minus q2 plus q2 by root 2. Okay, the signs will be exchanged when I subtract it over here, so it will be equal to minus q2 root 2 minus 1 divided by root 2. Okay, so if I take 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into this part common, root 2 minus 1 divided by root 2 into r, it will be equal to small q capital Q1 minus q2. Okay, this will be the work done due to the entire part. This will be the work done due to the entire part. Now let us check the options. It will be equal to, if I check over here the option number B, it gives me the answer as over here the option number B, it gives me the answer as small q into q1 minus q2, which I have derived. Okay, small q into q1 minus q2, they have written this part earlier. Root 2 minus 1 divided by root 2, root 2 minus 1 divided by root 2 into 4 pi epsilon naught into r, which is equal to option number B.